Hello everyone, I'm Mr. Collins. I teach engineering and design here at Ayala High School. I want to welcome you guys to Ayala High School. I teach all 4 years of the engineering pathway. So for many of you, this will be your first time seeing me, especially incoming freshmen. I want to welcome you guys, and I just felt like I needed to do this in order to make your acquaintance and perspective for many of the freshmen coming to the school for the first time. I wanted you to see what it was like to come to our campus. Welcome to H-Quad. This will be your home eventually, let's hope real soon. So let's head on over to the room. So here we are at H102, my classroom, your classroom soon, hopefully enough. It actually starts before you walk in. The world of engineering and architecture. As you can see, I love Lego, and these are skylines from all around the world and other key buildings that you guys will be learning about over the course of the next few years. All right, so let's go check it out. So as you can see, this would be your classroom. You guys come back. We got these really cool desks. They are up so that you can stand while working. You can actually sit at them. You can sit using the chairs this way. It's meant to be really collaborative, but again, this was based on last year prior to COVID, so we'll have to do some changes, but I want you guys to get a sense of the classroom eventually. We have long makerspace tables here for you guys to be creative. All summer I've been collecting all kinds of junk. Actually, it's not junk, but things that we use to make projects in the classroom. So if you guys like to collect your little salad containers and so forth, we end up turning this stuff into amazing projects later on. We have lots of tools. We've got scales, we've got English scales, we've got calculators, we've got string, we've got all kinds, we got safety goggles, definitely need safety goggles. We got glue guns and glue sticks. We actually tape measures, and then all kinds of tools, okay? We like to think of this as a high-tech wood shop. For those of you who eventually pass the wood shop tests, we have various types of tools. We have our belt sander, disc sander, bandsaw, chop saw, drill press. Here we have a panel that really shows the 3 classes that we'll be teaching this year: IED, CEA, and EDD. So IED is Introduction to Engineering Design, which is my freshman class. However, I have got lots of upperclassmen who need A3G requirements, VPA, or are also looking for college articulation. IED is actually articulated with Chaffey College, which means you get dual credit. You take the class, you do well in the class, you'll actually get college credit. CEA is the Civil Engineering and Architecture class. That's the second class that I offer for sophomores and older. It's meant to follow after IED. And again, we learn a lot about civil engineering and architecture. We'll learn about bridges and buildings and drawing and using software, 3D modeling. And then last but not least is the EDD class, which is the capstone class, typically offered as a senior level class. We're going to have a combination of juniors and seniors this year taking it. This is a class that is highly collaborative. It's essentially a year-long group project that you get to define. It's open-ended, and you get to define the problem, and you get to create something truly amazing as a group. So a really big part of this classroom when I laid it out originally was to try to create a space for students so that they could access the views, kind of think of it more as not a classroom, but this is a design studio, all right? Replicating a lot of the stuff from industry. So the idea of having these collaborative spaces. If you come over here, you'll see a bunch of materials. This was supposed to be my summer project, which I'm going to be sharing with you guys a little bit later, but the idea is to try to create this really high-tech sandbox that you guys are going to have a lot of fun with. So this is the building materials. We've got over 200 pounds of white sand here. Yes, white sand, special sand, which we'll talk about a little. So again, we have this kind of running joke, but kind of the motto of the class now is it's not how good you are, it's how supreme you want to be. And so kind of understanding that you have the potential to do amazing things in this class that would hopefully carry over into your college and professional life as you move outside of this classroom. So a big part of teaching is embracing the 6 C's. We talk about collaboration, communications, which is going to be really important this year, especially critical thinking. We're always pushing for that. Creativity, I'm all about creativity. Character, who defines you as a character, and citizenship. Okay, so we have our 6 C's that we talk about a lot. Oh, what's this? Another Supreme skateboard. This one's one of my favorites. Kids get a kick. So this is kind of my work area, although I roam the classroom a lot. I engage mostly with the students, but Again, some more Lego here. We've got Philip Johnson's glass house, a really famous house. We've got the Apollo 11 rocket here, and again, Le Corbusier's Villa Savoie, and then we have Frank Lloyd Wright's Guggenheim Museum. So again, I love Lego. I love projects that are building related. We'll see here a lot of 3D printed high-rise buildings for the civil engineering and architecture class, so you guys will learn a lot about skyscrapers. We have a whole unit just dedicated to that. You'll become experts in skyscrapers. So for the civil engineering and architecture students, we've got some projects showing cross sections of different types of wall assemblies. So hopefully we'll get to the point where we can learn about construction and wall assembly. So I want to share some of those projects with you. So one of the big things is that obviously with distance learning, we don't always have access to supplies, but hopefully when we get you guys back into the classroom, we've got our supplies. We've got a basswood, we've got all kinds of museum board, foam board, all different types of cutting boards, different types of popsicle stick straws, tape, glue, you name it, we pretty much have it so that we can be extremely creative in the classroom. We also have a plotter so that we can plot large size plots. If you look over here, this is kind of the student archive of projects. This is all related to civil engineering and architecture. Students started off with learning how to design certain types of roofs. Then we got into different types of architectural styles. And last but not least, our project that we initiated this last year is called the Staples Plug-in City Project, where each student essentially was assigned a block, a city block. About this project is that we started off as research. You learn about certain types of building types, whether it be a museum, a sports center, a high-rise, a housing, a hotel, a skyscraper, office building. You have the ability to learn about each type, and then the next step is that you get to design one, and then we put it all together and create our own little city. So we're hoping we will get you guys back into the classroom. It's another opportunity for us to have some more fun and be creative. What would an engineering class be without at least a 3D printer? So right now we currently have 2.5. So here we have one of our maker bots where we've printed a 3D model of the Petronas Tower. So one of the things I want to do this year is have students design their own little miniaturized building, and then hopefully we can get that so that we can output it as a 3D model for you guys. So that's another thing that we're looking forward to doing this year a little bit differently. For my IED students, you guys will have an opportunity to create some parts, and in those parts hopefully we'll be able to print some of those as well. So again, looking forward to that. So big part of being a Ayala Bulldog and also being part of the district is our 3 B's. So I want to make sure that we are always be respectful, be responsible, and of course be safe. It's the Bulldog way. So speaking of safe, I guess it's time to put on my mask, get ready to head outside, and I want to ask all of you guys to please be safe throughout the rest of the course of the year, and I'm looking forward to having you guys in here. Again, my name is Mr. Collins, and I'm looking forward to all of my Bulldogs returning. Take care and be safe.